Hello, everybody, again, and welcome to another episode of Stock Talk. I am your host, Mike, and with me is Kage, the martial art ass kicker.
Hey there.
What's going on?
Just looking for a good night. How about you?
Good. We have a good show planned for you today. We're looking into one of our first stocks going forward. We don't have any rants. We have one stock that we're going to cover. It's kind of a joke, kind of not really, but it's trending for a reason because it's cheap. But we'll give you our honest take on how we feel about that stock when we get to it. Probably one of the last ones because we saved the worst for last, right? Sometimes,
Yeah.
not all the time. But the first stock we're going to talk about is pretty positive, and we actually like it because it's similar to the stock that we always talk about with NSAV. If you haven't checked out NSAV, check that one out because it's almost similar to this one. It's about the same price point, just about. So the ticker on this one is HPNN. HPNN. So get your pens and pencils down and write that down. Last tick on this was 0.0045. The year-to-date chart on this, we'll throw it up in front of the camera from Market Watch. Going into this bad boy, it's pretty steady as far as with crypto, as far as that it's a decent swinger. I'm sure as crypto goes up and down, you're going to see movements, but as long as they keep on with the money press and things like that. I know I did see one of the South American countries today. I can't remember which one it was again, but he basically was chewing out the Fed saying to stop printing money, dude. They were all out on Reddit and they were saying, stop the printing press, you're freaking killing us. So nobody is liking this whole print thing. So it's going to do some very, very bad damage. So I think you're seeing a sprinkling in the market right now, which you're about to see. Let's hope. I would love in an ideal world to hope that we're not going to get to the point where we're going to see some changes in mortgages and things like that. But I'm not so optimistic there, Kage, and we're going to talk about one of the mortgages on the third stock later on. But we're talking about crypto right now, which is decent there. So with this stock, it engages in the development and manufacture of electronics, distributed software, telecommunication services. It also focuses on high-volume, low-cost wholesale distribution technology, licensing, white label solutions, development, revenue streams in markets. Its products include Android smartphone watch, Hop-on Android game console, new gaming consoles, and Peter D. Michaels was founded and headquartered in Temecula, California. What do you got so far there?
Well, there's some people that are saying it's bullish. Actually, I don't see any bears from what I'm seeing. But for example, this one, it's kind of some people are a little disappointed in it. Like for example, this one, HPNN. At this point, everyone in here should have at least 500K to 1 mil shares. This is going to be a banger.
Yeah.
And it's got a picture of Forrest Gump that's just staring, and he's saying, "That's all I have to say about that."
Okay, well that's good from there. So look, going on the website if you haven't been to it, they're a U.S.-based wireless technology and electronic manufacturer, leading international market and development of today's advanced electronics and telecommunications software distribution. With its inception in 1993, the company remained one of the leading international developers in the market while maintaining U.S.-based manufacturing and their decades. So there you have one company right there for any apes that are following that they've gotten involved in as far as trying to keep their products manufactured in the U.S. They've also They have partnerships within the industry that's allowed them to have very, very huge advancements in technology to bring their products to market. And it just says, with the ultimate goal, the commitment to the investors and partners continues. Well, don't they all say that? But in an ideal world, let's hope so. It says, time for empowerment. Digital age is we're in the digital age revolution. Protecting your privacy, data, and content. Unfortunately, a lot of these companies say that, but I'm reading papers that even though you have this, it's really, they say you're protected, but you're really not. There's just a bunch of people from all governments from all around that are actually reading your crap. So You are protected, but you aren't. But just don't write anything that you don't want anybody to see. Correct?
Mm. Yeah, I have to say it's one of those that just some people don't want to have it get out or something because they're making money,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe they're just hesitant about where it's going.
Mm-hmm.
There hasn't been like a huge uptick, and they're getting worried.
Yeah. Well, you're also seeing them helping the music and entertainment industry. At Digital Age, they're focusing on music and entertainment and how they can help musicians and studios fight against piracy and create new revenue streams. They want to help studios, networks, and streamers empower themselves through DRM strategies and technologies available on the platform. We're binding the line between audience creator and creating microeconomies, richer ecosystems beyond just one-dimensional monetization label. So they have that going for them with that. And it says for studios, for the social experience, connect with movie streaming lovers in new ways, IoT, AR, and VR to shared immersive experience there. They provide financial services and can manage contract royalties and licensing. So that's huge in itself that they're also doing that there because they're getting a piece of that pie. What do you got what else do you got on the investor side there?
One of them says HPNN. Now Peter is putting in work. Congrats all. Third quarter of 2021, the company returned 86,976,182 shares back to the Treasury. In September 2021, the company entered into a license agreement with Nike Limited. In October 2021, the company entered into a license agreement with ACR Cloud Pte. Ltd. In November 2021, the company entered into a license agreement with Autobyte LLC Songclip.
Okay. Well, I have here that they've also had made an acquisition. They have an intention. This is 3 weeks ago's news to acquire Virtuoso. It looks like Virtuoso, an entertainment industry company specializing in vertical storytelling, ad tech, and content development. The clients have included Nickelodeon, Viacom, BET, MTV, and Wonderama. So if you're going on to Twitter there, Kage, you have HPNN success and centered around content protection and digital rights MTG tech. Their purpose is for built-in for distributed and decentralized environments. Multi-party augmented reality cannot rely on the high speed of 5G networks. Also utilize zero trust peer-to-peer mesh networking. So you have that post by them as well. What else you got on the Stockwitz side or on your end?
Not seeing many bears, but mostly bulls for this stock.
Okay, well, what are the bulls and bears saying? So.
Loading zone. So I think they're just
they're locked and loaded.
Some kind of uptick, like for example, this one, who is going to fill up, and it's got a picture of a turkey gobbling.
Yeah, it looks like I got another post here from the company. It says, looking for their music partners partnering tomorrow. That'll give us a roadmap for press of Digital Age. That was the company that we talked about before. Their Superman Kurt is working on the label presentations for license agreements approvals. They'll have the demo in their news feed, so they're going to put that on their news feed, and you can also see what they got cooking there for that. So that was let's see, that was on the 1st there. So there's that post. We also are going to go. What other comments do you have on Stockwitz there?
HPNN usual pump back 0.0037 EOD.
Mm-hmm. Well, you figure it's a top trending stock right now. So if you're looking to get in, the only way you're going to make money when you're first getting in is if you're shorting. Okay, if you're shorting or getting out, which is a little risque, but some of you do it, and that's your game. As far as looking in the long term. Find a good buy point where it's cheap after the pumpers get out. You know, you could find a good entry point somewhere around there. I know I found an entry point in one stock that I'm buying tomorrow. I'm going to gobble up that because the price is just too. That's the thing you guys need to look for. if you're going to see when as you see stuff deteriorating, you want to mark that down as far as that's when you're going to want to grab when you see stuff deteriorating to where it's going to do the skyfall. Because some of these stocks are skyfalling and some of these people are panic selling and they're going to get out. And that's when you want to jump in when you see that the resistance is down, and you have an idea where it's not going to go down anymore, and you want to get when you see that resistance level stop, when you see that start to pull ahead, that's when you're going to want to go. If that all makes sense there. I got a couple deals on here. It says someone besides Peter is pushing DigitalEdge. Kurt Dottie with tweets, so you can go check out Kurt Dottie's tweets. What else you got? It looks like he's got Kurt Dottie's tweets on there on the gram. They're coming hot in on the gram there, and they're also the Twitter feed. So, and I don't think they're using Getter yet because no one's figured out Getter yet. So, eventually they will. So, because the whole censorship thing is probably not going.
Yeah, a censorship is just, we can't live in a society where free speech is censored everywhere. You can't necessarily see and speak out as you see fit. You have coercion trying to coerce your conformity.
Yeah, people are just going to hop. A lot of these companies that are dedicating themselves to that, you're just going to ruin your brand because people are going to hop along Cassidy to somewhere else where they can get those posts. And you're seeing more movement to some of those things. So hopefully they get their act together and realize what they're doing to their brand, but hopefully they'll figure it out maybe. Other than that, it looks like there's word that says we have software out this week, that's what we had on Twitter. There's word out there. These guys actually do a good job in communicating with their shareholders, kind of like with NSAV and some of your others out there. They are communicating, which is good, and you're actually getting good DD from a lot of the people there. It looks like OTC Dynamics has on here that Hop On Creative executive Kurt Dottie joins C-Suite and DigitalEdge as Chief Creative Officer. There's a post for that. He posted that at 1:36. So a lot of people are excited about that. And you can see all the announcements of that deal and everything like that. So that's some exciting news. We just got to see where it goes. But it looks something futuristic to look into. And as far as if you're interested in this, find your buy point. What say you on it?
Yeah, I'd say give this one a hard look. Decide if you want to get in on it while the getting's good.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as if you want to short it, that's your business.
Okay, guys, the next stock we have, what's kind of interesting on this one is SNPW. SNPW, last tick was 0.240. It's one of the top trending stocks on Yahoo. Some people say, oh, how did you know that? Well, you can go look it up yourself if you don't know. If I can't explain analytics for you again, so I'll try. But going into the chart is the chart. There hasn't been some movement, but there's a little bit of news break, and you can see, I believe some of this is speculation on infrastructure because there's a lot of green pet project money that could be going into this. I'm not saying that it is. I'm just saying that there's a possibility of connections there. I would say when you're looking at this, to look at the connections before we go into what would you say they do here. So going into what would you say they do here, looks like they engage in the provision of solar and energy solutions. The company offers solar bus stops, Kage, solar trash cans, street kiosks, solar street kiosks, which utilize advertising offerings in state and local municipalities. It also generates electrical, plumbing, contracting services to public and commercial customers. The company was founded in Malapan, New Jersey. Sorry if any New Jersey listeners out there, my apologies. My only question is, I got the green power thing and I got all the stuff that they got here and everything, and I'm not trying to be a sour patch or anything. I'm just a realist. I call it as they see it, guys. You're powering all this stuff with them reducing coal power and things like that in the United States. Are you going to buy coal from China?
I don't think so.
I just think we're going crazy into this, but some of this is going to take 25 years. It's just oh, we got to do this now. We got to ram this through, and throwing money when you don't have, when you've gone through, you just keep on throwing money and the printing presses keep on going. We can't afford a lot of government dough to keep on flowing into these kind of things. So, and we can't afford to have companies like Solinger anymore. Obviously, the issues that happen with that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's not a hot take to try to. If you guys are on another side of the fence, dude, I'm all about clean stuff, but I'm also a realistic person as far as that. That's why we do this. Is we're realists and we want to look at things. So going on to the website, it looks pretty decent there. Their mission is to serve both customers and shareholders. They do that by providing quality services and equipment working to keep customers satisfied. As a part of protecting the environment with super green technology. So what do you got as far as sentiment from as far as real traders on Stockwitz? Because Stockwitz is where the real traders are hanging out and their comments sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm seeing mostly bulls for this one, like for this one exactly.
Okay.
I believe this company successful ready waste contracts one day can make $1 million a day solar power. This company skyrocket $5, still undervalued stock. Happy investment money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it's possible. It looks like they're affiliated with Sun Pacific Power Corporation. It's one of the subsidies there that builds competitively priced next generation solar panels, lighting products made primarily in the USA. So that's a good thing right there. You know, they do make solar products made in the USA. That's awesome. They work closely with the design of engineering, integration, and installation firms in order to deliver you a turnkey solar system at your location, whether you need a high quality solar module, predictable controlled energy sourcing, site renewable energy, or federal procurement expertise. SPP is here to help. Their lighting products are manufactured from top quality materials, free from pure imported A360 aluminum, including pure A360 aluminum I got for superior thermal properties. So and they have their whole dynamic where they break it down with you with the plans. You can go view the website. They also have Street Smart Outdoor. Do you have any more comments as far as what some of the other traders are saying before I jump on there with you?
One says best company buy stock successful $5 shares still undervalued stock. Oh my god, skyrocket soon.
So he's soon, and
it's got lucky clovers and presents or something.
He's got this thing. He's predicting this thing at $5.
I guess so. Buy stock successful $5 shares.
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, it's a possibility. I mean, you could political sentiment as far as some of these things that are going on. You could get a different group of troops in there come in 2022, 2023, and this whole thing could be all just gone and wiped out. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it could be smoke.
Yeah, and then you could be at freaking just this one is cheap enough. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying watch yourself. If you get into this thing where it's just in the red or something, I would just say don't jump in when you're seeing this as being hyped up, or you saw this on a flyer, came into your email box and things like that. I'm not saying not to get in. I'm just saying give it a look to see where, if you can find, because it has a future. I mean, this stuff is the future. It says street furniture, advertising displays, sidewalks, including bus shelters, telephone kiosks, trash bins. It's all solar, guys, through here, so that's actually pretty cool. Out of home advertising, outdoor media, or that reaches consumers through their outside homes. So there you go on that, and that's all street smart solar powered there. They also have the Med Recycler company. Now, these guys are interesting. They're in the leading edge processing facility that turns waste into renewable energy. We need more companies like that do that don't. Have you heard of the scams back in recently where we were turning over? Remember all those plastic bottles you thought you were recycling in your recycling bin? Well, I remember. They went over to overseas and they didn't get recycled because it looks like China was going to do this plastics program, and the plastic program failed, and a lot of your water bottles did not get recycled, so they ended up being sent somewhere else, and most likely to the dump. But it looks like this company creates approximately 20 to 30 permanent jobs for local residents once it's completed. Support up to 100 Rhode Island-based professional tradesmen, electricians related to jobs that build and assemble out maintenance through maintenance facilities and create new tax revenues for the towns and the states. Generate renewable energy equal to the amount of power from thousands of homes every year. Hey, if it's going to power homes, let's give it a shot, you know. They're supposed to they'll help extend the life of Rhode Island's central landfill, which is projected to reach capacity in 2030. Yeah, you go to some of these landfills, and they need to step up the recycling, because I've been to one where 2 or 3 years ago it was made. You could freaking make a ski slope on that thing, at least a bunny hill. It is so big from like 3 years ago. And you go there, and it's just like pretty much boxes, glass jars, things like that, stuff that could be recycled, and it's just like it's in the waste, and people are just throwing away. You're seeing bicycles. They finally started sorting, but before it was like there's just stuff that just can be recycled. It's not there. I mean, they were throwing away green waste. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were just burying green waste. So, what other stuff do you have from the real traders there on this one?
One says, alert, 0.20, more solar farms and med recyclers coming. The partnership was formed to develop the waste to recover opportunity by bringing together expertise in solar design and development with in-country expertise in building, construction, technology, and regulatory knowledge and skills.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well,
team is actively engaged in sourcing components and capital with a end goal of developing solar farms. However, the relationship has now expanded to solar farm projects, which will enable further developments.
Have you seen anything as far as anything where any connections to the Gov, as far as are they going to get any grants or anything like that? Have you seen anything on your side, on the trader side? Has anybody posted anything on the boards for that?
Yes. In fact, the comment that I was reading does mention currently joint venture partners are well advanced in discussions with various local government authorities for the
your thing
of the installations.
So here's your key, guys, right here. Here's your key, and this won't be a hot take to try to get you all riled up, all excited, or anything like that. But if they start landing funding with some of these contracts with local governments from some of that money when everything gets figured out, and that could be who knows when, but if that comes to pass and goes around, and you find a cheap point, not saying buy in now this week, but find your buy point when this is down, because like I said, this is a trend stock right now. So if you're getting in on the green, good for you. Hopefully everything works out for you. But if you could find this at a good price, like I said, if it goes to the red and you can still get in cheap, find your buy point there. That's where I would go on the cheap end. I found some interesting news though, Kage. It says Sun Pacific Holding Corporation becomes an authorized distributor of Fox's inverter and energy storage solution products in North America, South America, Australia. That was on the 30th. So that's where you saw your pop. So if you're going back to that, graph, the chart, you're seeing those little pops in the bottom. That is this news breaking. And so you could get another pop when you start seeing local government contracts and things landed and things like that. Because some the ideas of this company is actually they're really good. They're good ideas. So let's just hope they can keep on keeping on. Looks like it says they're pleased to announce a signed agreement with Fox Co. to become an authorized distributor of full Fox line of energy storage products throughout North America, South America, Australia under the new agreement of Sun Pacific, and will continue to serve the growing customer base with the advanced energy management device that delivers greater efficiency and cost effectiveness at the time when considering a never been more pressing. Fox is a global leader in the development of inverter products and energy storage solutions. So, like I said, all this is all in good and everything like that. And the other thing that's good about this company, and this is not me propping it up because I'm a shareholder, because I'm not, but when it's made in America and you don't have to have certain parts that are being stuck in a boat somewhere out in the Pacific, that's another plus. But I'm sure they're still getting parts from there. But if it's made in America, that's going to cut down as far as some of the other companies, which most of your crap is made overseas anyway. So, do you got anything to add as far as other trader stuff? Do you want me to jump on there with you? Because that's pretty much what they're parroting on the Alphabet News here.
The one says SNPW, no more bounce. Now we're rolling. It's got a picture of what is it called? A ride, a car ride that's doing like switches for the bitches or something.
That's funny, man. So Blue Skies Ahead says it's been popping all day for a couple of weeks in a row, maybe 2 days, but something seems in the energy field all has dropped in the last couple of days. Well, the reason why things have dropped there, Blue Sky, is because the media continues with its fear porn, scaring the hell out of everybody, and people are selling off in stocks and everything. If they would just calm down and take a deep breath, we might actually try to prevent a lot of these big drops. But as long as the printing presses keep on going, because they never stop, even though you were told there was a coin shortage too, which Cameo says that there's not because he talked to people on the inside a while back. But like I said, you got to read all kinds of news. You can't read into all the tea leaves just because the Google machine tells you one thing, if that makes sense. So anything you got to add?
No, I don't really have anything else to add for this one.
Yeah, I got a lot of ho-ho-hos.
One of those propped up, pump up the jams. And
yeah, it's definitely...
to take advantage of it.
Yeah, it's definitely a pump up the jam right now. It's not to say that it's a bad company. It's to say that find a buy point that's better. Don't buy on pump up the jam middle week when possibly Friday you might be able to get this cheap, or next week get it cheap when nobody's talking about it. There's other opportunities out there where they're cheap to go look at. That's all I'm saying. Especially right now with this dumping, if it continues to dump and correct like this, which you're going to see them, as long as they're printing money, you're going to keep on seeing you're going to see, there's just tons of crap that's going to happen. So, hyperinflation's definitely on the way and things like that. We can go into more about that sometime. And then you also have to watch which banks as well are connected to, with some of the markets and the dipping. That's why you're seeing people push, the biopharmaceuticals there, Kage, is because a lot of people are panic dumping, and they're trying to. People have to talk about something else because of the issues we have going on here. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Too much money in the system. That's all I'm saying. That's why everybody's saying, please stop. No more. I mean, we're even there's even rumors going around of another round of stimulus in March. Guys, I know we're hurting in some people are hurting in everything. But we don't need another stimulus. Maybe we need to get it to people that really, really need it. But just other people, we just need to freaking get everybody going again if they can. But some areas they can't go because they're being prohibited to go. So that's all I'm gonna say. What else do you got?
I don't really have much else to say for this one. So
okay, yeah, we'll be
get started with a new one.
Yeah, we'll go on to the next one, and the next one's going to be a funny one because it's just going to be funny. Okay, guys, the next stock we have here is FNMA, currently trending on Yahoo Finance. Last tick was $1.0300. Now, Kage, looking at the freaking at the chart on this one. This thing's got a big teacup handle on the side. Looks like actually it might be a pot handle. Obviously from the 2008 crisis, because if you can recall during 2005 and 6 when you had congressional hearings and they I can't remember if it was Waters or one of those Congress women there that was like there are no problems with Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, and then 2008 happened and
then it just dropped like a hot potato.
Yeah, well, that's because all the politicians, and that's all. It's not. They were all asleep at the wheel. For 2008, guys, there's no excuses on any of them. They're all freaking garbage. So I'm not carrying the cooler for any of them. I'm just saying the whole thing was a complete freaking bomb domino. And we're actually repeating the same thing because you have you have the same cast of characters in there pretty much. And they're just repeating it, except we're basically, what would you describe this time? Is this the phony time, the phony period? Where there's
yeah, I'd describe this as the phony period where the media, the politicians,
Mm-hmm.
the and people are saying one thing, and that's just completely
Yeah.
opposite from what
It
reality is
yeah.
actually dictating.
You're almost in a time warp period like they were back in the 20s, where everybody traded stock, the elevator man, things like that, and then uh it just freaking bombed out. This
Collapsed on its own weight.
this collapse could be so bad, depending on how connected things are with China and everything like that, with some of the lending, who lent to those companies that are going bankrupt. With this and with the printing presses and everything, this could make that look like freaking a picnic compared to that. And that's not to get you riled up. That's just talking the route we're going. If you look at history, hopefully we don't even hit the Carter era. Hopefully they decide to actually do something, work around. But it looks almost self-intentional what we're doing here. Going into Fannie Mae, if you don't know about this company and you don't have any familiarity, we are a little familiar because well, I made it through that era, luckily, and I'm here to help you out to try to get you through this area. So it looks like the Federal National Mortgage Association is a government-sponsored company. It engages in the provision of liquidity for purchases of homes and financing multifamily rental housing and refinancing mortgages. The firm operates through following segments of single-family, multifamily, and the single-family segment offers liquidity to mortgage and multi-market, increase availability and affordability of housing to single families. It's headquartered, guess where?
I'm guessing some eastern state that has NY in its name.
No, it's headquartered in a swamp in Washington, D.C., the People's Republic of Washington, D.C. Also commonly noted is a communist hellhole. By some, not by me. I've been there, but some people would refer it to that. I heard sometimes it's hard to take a piss when you have to go take a leak at the porta potty, is what I've heard from some people when they visit there, just because the bathrooms are closed in the winter due to certain things. Going on, let's just go. We're not going to go to the website because you got a little bit. We're trying to find out what we're trying to find out is why is this trending in the news? What comments do you got? Because I'm sure you're going to have tons of funny comments on Stockwitz where the real traders are at. What do you got?
Oh, one of them has like some kind of what's the word? AT-AT from Star Wars just falling over under its own weight.
Yeah. This thing's the freaking Death Star, dude. I mean, it's like the Death Star before the guys are like freaking coming to hit the main switch till it implodes. I usually don't go to Communist News Network, but they got skyrocketing home prices push Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac to back loans of nearly $1 million. Home prices across the U.S. have increased within the past year, and demand of homes has spiked and inventory has tanked. And those higher prices have pushed mortgage giant Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac to raise the limits of government-backed loans to record levels in 2022. And the maximum loan limit is nearly $1 million for high-cost areas. Third quarter home prices were 18.5. So this is where it's coming in. The home prices are going to get so high, Kage, that what you're going to see, this has been forecasted by some economists, and this is just speculation right now, but they said it possibly could get so bad that they would possibly have to go back and recorrect all the mortgages. That's how bad it is.
Ooh,
so because it's overvalued. Now that's a doomsday scenario of what they're talking about. Let's hope it doesn't get to that point, but there's been chatter about that through the lines as far as that in a doomsday scenario, it could be so bad. The other thing that they're not telling people, there's a lot of people underwater with their mortgages because of the pandemic, unfortunately. Unfortunately, a lot of people got hit and they just couldn't pay. And you also have, in some areas, you have that some of the rental people, they just pieced out because they couldn't pay, and the landlords got stuck with it. And they can't pay either, because they're not having any income come in. Some are trying to, but I'm not going to spend too much time on Communist News Network. We'll go to Fixed. Fixed News has, I have names for all of them. Fannie Mae says mortgage rates to end 2022 at 3.3%. And it just says, here's how to lower your. They said Fannie Mae has increased inflation forecast for 2021. When was this? Let's see what the plug is on this. Yeah, just making sure I'm on the correct date here, guys. My apologies. It looks like they've increased the inflation, their inflation forecast. You think? What do you think that has to do with, huh?
I think it just got to do with people just having enough of it, I guess.
Well, this news right here, I don't even know if I'll read a little bit of it, but some of this is like 6-month news as far as I've been warning on this program for the longest time that this crap was coming. It's just a matter of time. But the mortgage giant elevated its inflation rate forecast to 6.2% annually for the fourth quarter. So basically what they're trying to tell you is lumber next year will probably be, to build a house, it'll probably be about, what, $100,000 to freaking just for the lumber and not the rest of the materials?
Yeah.
You know? You never know. It's a clown world, dude. So you got in clown times, clown world, clown show sometimes. So looks like the principal risk to forecast remains the pace of global supply recovery. Yeah, we'll see what happens on that. And the availability of cost and labor, we'll see the recovery. They can't even get people to show up at Burger King to go to work, you know? So let's see what else we got. We got the Alphabet Times. You got anything in the Washington Compost at all, Kage?
No, nothing in the Washington Compost.
How about let's see, the old York Times. Anything for there? Or what do you got for let's see here. What do you got for the Stockwits where the real traders are at? That's the most entertaining stuff because these guys are going to try to cover. They won't scare Washington. They'll cover for Washington all the time because they're in their back pockets, most of them. So
yeah, one of them says Soros Sonos Satoshi says bearish. FNMA 0.77 sems the ultimate million exodus.
Well, yeah. I mean, they can't even get this thing back up to. I mean, this thing's been in the critter since 2008. I mean, it's been in the shitter critter. It looks like I got some news from Yahoo. Yahoo's got Fannie Mae announces a new finance leadership. It's about freaking time they got some new leadership because it's not good as far as the stock is stale. It points we could be laughing right now, but 20 years from now, people will be freaking rolling. Maybe that's we'll see what happens. I don't know.
It could, but not likely.
Yeah, I mean we're still talking. What are we from the meltdown? What is it? 10, 12, 13, 14, and we're still having this conversation. So not good there. So today they announced
money kind of carries over, and
it looks like
we have to look to the future.
Well, it looks like today they announced the appointment of Carissa C. Haley, Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer. Haley reports to Fannie Mae's financial. We're just going to get what we're going to get from this is we're going to get spoon-fed information from. Yeah, I'm just not going to cover it.
People who are already in the pocket.
Yeah, so basically you get. I mean, they're not going to write anything bad anyway because they don't criticize. If they're just putting in their plug and hopefully people won't fall for it hard. It looks like I don't think this board is so stale that the last comment on here was 320 I see at the top. Did you see that? Yeah, and it just says sky. It's like you're getting a song Skyfall going through the window. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So going through here, you're getting a bunch of Alphabet News posts that we've already read. Anything fun? Any more funny comments you got?
Funny?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can find one funny.
I'm seeing stuff that's funny. I got bullish on here.
On a positive note, the more price deteriorates, the more they have printed fresh debt, money for families who can't afford it. No, does it compute? Yes, it is. Like, just do it again. 2008.
Yeah. You specifically have world leaders saying, please stop printing money, and they continue to do the giveaways. You have world leaders saying this right now. You simply have world leaders saying, stop printing money, but they're doing it, which says to me that, I mean, you could say I'm going down a rabbit hole here, and it's not a hot take again, but I'm just saying that that it's intentional. You have to would think that this would be intentional.
Yeah, the only ones that are relatively unaffected are the ones who already have money, and those
Yeah.
who don't are the ones who are going to pay the price.
Yeah, so mainly we covered this because it was trending. We wanted to find the news. Maybe you just wanted to dive into funny, but you got a lot of people saying bullish. Now, the thing where they could be interpreting this as bullish is that they're getting in cheap, maybe. They're taking a flyer that it will go up. I mean, eventually, maybe, maybe not. They're taking a flyer that it's going to take off and go back to normal levels, which it's a possibility. You know, you could get another regime that comes in and brings it up, but these guys, I don't even think they can run a lemonade stand. So, and I'm not, you know me, I'm not a card carrying anything. I'm not a member of either party. So I just think that they can't even run a lemonade stand when they're going to OPEC and they're begging for dineros. They're begging for oil, and they won't take it, and they're asking China, and like that's because they're not going to give you the oil because the money is the dollar's weakened. It's just that's just is what it is.
For all in all, for this stock, I would give it a hard pass.
Yeah. So
hard pass.
Yeah, pass for me.
Something safer, something that's more sensible.
Yeah, pass for me, but it was fun to cover, and maybe we'll trigger some some people that carry the cooler for the regime, because you know you get those all the time. I had one guy on here who was just like, "Oh, you get political. How can you not get political when you're talking about stocks? You have to talk about these clowns sometimes." So it's
policy is definitely affecting money and where it goes.
Yeah,
anyone who says differently doesn't understand money.
Yeah, what we're looking at from both sides right now is a freaking dog show. It's a dog show. There's not one of them in there anywhere in any of the branches all over either party that want to lead. And so what happens is that you get freaking a dog show. So, and that's all we'll leave on this, because otherwise we might trigger more people to get pissed off. So
okay, I'm content with just leaving things as they are right now and just say good night now.
Okay, so don't make it a dog show. Watch your wallet, watch your buy point. Don't buy on the pump, and good night now!